Hi, it's me. I'm going to be going over the OK Knives aluminum auto stitch. I'm going to do a teardown, maintenance, and de-auto kind of sort of instructional. So let's get into it. Not a lot of people have done these automatic stitches, genuine or clone, because a lot of people, they're kind of afraid of the whole automatic thing. Not because it's an automatic, but because there's springs involved. There's two springs. There's a spring in the button, and there's a coil spring, torsion spring kind of thing around the pivot. These are super easy to take apart. Get all my stuff out of the way. Pivot. There it is. There's your automatic spring. It's got a couple of tails on it. That one goes into that little hole in there in the blade. And this little longer tail goes into that slot right there. Bearing surface on these is just a slightly raised portion of the scale itself on both sides. And this is done very well. These clones have had a long time to get up to speed and nail down the process, and they've done very well. The only complaint that I have is the geometry of the plunge button. It should be more square. You see that have this little chamfer there. That makes the button easier to go off when really it shouldn't. And that's really my biggest gripe with these clones is that when it's all together and it's in its automatic form, the button can be a little easy to push. Now, you could remedy that a little bit with upgrading the button spring, which I may go ahead and do. Pretty wimpy looking and feeling, honestly. But as for the de-auto process, all you got to do is take it apart and take this spring out and put it back together. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of finagling to get the scales aligned properly. Sometimes they're a little off, this way, that way. So in that case, all you would do is grab yourself some sort of prying tool. I have one of these little extension bars for mini bits. And when it's together, sort of, you get the idea. When it's together, you would just go in and tweak it a little bit when all the screws are in, just to get the scales parallel with each other. Come on. Like I said, these are quite well done. These little standoffs, they are castled, so they are located. They're not just floating in there. So as for the de-auto process, easiest way to do this for putting it back together, there's two different ways. This is how I do it. I put the button in the scale and the spring in the cup as I drop everything. Line everything up, put it together. Now these autos all use the same size screw, so it doesn't matter the orientation. It's all the same size. So you don't have to keep track of what's up front and what's up back, what's in the back spacer. And because there's no spring in the blade, located on the blade and there, just slide this back in, get your pivot, get it back there, and just get your pivot tightness together. Mine has a little bit of rock when like that. It's pivot lash that's doing that. Lockup is solid otherwise, but when you have it in hand, and this varies by model. I have a green one that is solid when it's fully locked up, but has a tiny bit of lash when it's closed. This one has no lash when it's closed. It has a little bit when it's open. And as for the putting it back to automatic, it's not much more involved. Just got to take it apart again, because there's no way to get the spring and the blade in there without having it all apart. This knife would be excellent as a proper button lock, and I really wish Microtech would do that. That would be amazing. I would buy two straight away. There's not a lot of tweaking that would need to be done. So once it's in, get the tail of that spring into that slot there. Just kind of push it together. Get your pivot, lock that blade in place. Spring into position here. Button into the scale. Get your button cup and spring aligned. Press it back together Get your screws in. One at a time. There you go. It's that easy. These are going for what? 30, 50 bucks on OK Knives website. It might be a little cheaper on OK Knives store on AliExpress. You can find these almost anywhere from number stores as well for like 20 bucks. But beware, some of them don't tell you that they're plastic or nylon handles. Make sure that you're getting the aluminum version. The plastic ones, they break up here as there's quite a bit of force that's going into that stop pin. Do not get the crap plastic ones. Do not. They are not worth it. The only time they might be worth it is if you need like to replace your backspacer, a new set of screws, new hardware, new blade for cheap. But don't get the plastic ones. Get the aluminum ones. They're damn near perfect for what it is, for the money you spend. See you in the next one. Bye.